Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of You Think It, We Speak It, the show that includes insights on relationships, the latest trends, the joys and the frustrations of everyday life from
Two brothers.
the two hosts, the two humorous, good-looking, entertaining.
Man, you mad cocky, bro. Stay humble. Sit down.
I am sitting down. Hosts, but that's what the show's about. I'm going to let my guest today introduce himself.
Guess you just.
Where you from? Who you are? Tell them a little about yourself. Go ahead.
Well, I'm from Dominican Republic. You already know. Pásame la hookah. You heard? Nah, that's not me. I'm from the Bronx, and this is not an interview of me. We're hosting.
And I'm the other side, the other half of this podcast, the one that makes things happen, a.k.a. Jeury Lugo, a.k.a. Butterscotch. You might also know me as Mr. Mocha Skin. The guy who gets your number but never calls you. Who else? A.k.a. your sister home. A.k.a. Pásame la fucking hookah porque yo soy el juquero. Entonces no me fucking pide. Okay? Now let's start the show.
Bro, you never smoke hookah in your life.
I have.
You literally stay in your room, type away, and eat downstairs. You don't. There's never a hookah involved.
My room is upstairs, but I think hookah is hyped up. I mean,
So
if you
why
want to get,
so why you hyping it as if you smoke it?
because we're Dominican, you know what I mean? That's supposed to be a part of our culture.
No, you feeling the stereotype.
It's not a stereotype if it's true, right?
That's not true.
Some
Not
girl
all
was telling me,
Dominicans smoke hookah, bro. We're Dominican, we don't smoke hookah.
You've never smoked in your life?
I never said that. I
See?
said we're Dominican, we don't smoke it. So
You
that
have.
proves your
means
point wrong.
that-
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm saying we don't smoke it as you saying like as consistent as we
no
smoke
one,
it.
see, you adding that in. No one said that. I just said I smoke it. If I'm at a party and it's there,
You don't go to parties either. That's why we have
you're
this
thinking
podcast.
about it. You're thinking about it in a consistent way. I'm just saying, as a fact, in general, generally speaking, if it's there and it's offered to me, I'll do it.
I think that's anyone.
But I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah, all right. So
Thank you.
this is you thinking I didn't even agree to you. Why you saying thank you?
You said
So
I.
this is you thinking we speak it, and I'm Jeury Lugo, and this is my brother Jeury Lugo, and we're here to talk about everything my brother said and more. So with that being said,
Yo, you know what I want to talk about? Remember that article when we were at the salon with
put your
mommy?
lips on the mic, please. Pause.
Remember the article? This is what I want to talk about. The article that I picked up when we were sitting at the salon with mommy in the Bronx, and it was saying how it was talking about relationships and sex and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the question that got me to tap you on the shoulder and show you it was: would you be okay with giving up sex for love?
Would I be okay with giving up sex for love? Love in terms of like finding like your true love?
Yeah. I think the article was going, I didn't read the whole thing, but when I saw the question, it got me thinking. And it sounds a little more like, what's the term? Celibacy?
Oh,
If I
to
was
be
go
celibate?
Yeah, celibate. Like not
Like-
having sex with anybody or,
It's not
sexual
having
intercourse.
celibacy is like not having sex with nobody until you're married, right?
But that's love.
Right. No, but that's the definition of the word, correct?
we could look it up.
Yeah, look that up because I'm not really sure.
So what do you think?
I mean, would I be able to give sex with anyone in order to be in exchange for my true love? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not really that type of guy who
You're
seeks to be like sleeping with a lot of different women. I'm one to really be with one and give that person my all.
Okay.
So for me, that would be okay. How about you?
I mean, that's biased because you're already in that shit. So it's like, this nigga, because you know who's going to be listening, you have to say the right words.
That's straight.
I'll give you the real answer. From a man who's in his early 20s
and not doing nothing.
and
stroking his own meat.
in his early 20s, with a good head on his shoulders, knows his worth. That would be hard, yo. I mean, and I would say I'm not ugly. I'm not the cutest guy out here, but I could get by. I feel like that would be super.
What's your point?
That would be hard. No.
Nigga just humble bragged, and you didn't give us an answer. What's your answer?
No,
like,
I'm thinking about it as I'm talking. I was saying, nah, I couldn't because there has to be, for me, there has to be some sexual connection. We have to be vibing, you know, in that moment for anything to go past that. If the personality is good, conversations are good, and then the sex is trash, that would bother me. I would be looking elsewhere. So there would never be a, relationship.
Yeah, that would suck if you deadass did that exchange, like, drop the sex and then have the love of your life, and then the sex is bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be in that position.
That's what we should have probably done. Should have had somebody who was celibate until the point they found their, they got married. They found their, are you okay over there? This nigga tweaking, backing it up.
I'm listening.
You would, and then get their input on that and hear what they had to say like that. The moment they finally smashed, that buildup must have been crazy.
Oh, did.
Like, they must have been pulling up from outside of the fucking bedroom just.
If it was good. But at that point, they wouldn't even know if it was good. Because that's their first. If you're celibate.
Is not virginity. Like, if I was to decide. What,
did you ever find out the definition?
Yeah, I just told you earlier. The state of abstaining. All right, so for people listening.
That's the definition. There we go.
The definition on Google is the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations.
Do you even know what that means?
Abstaining?
No, the whole. So that means waiting till sex. Waiting till marriage. So it's not having sex. It's not having a virginity. Like, it's still being a virgin until marriage.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be insane. Like, if that was the one that you were gonna pick, that man or a woman that you're waiting for, and that man or woman isn't as good as you thought it would be, you wasted 20, 30 years of your life hoping for the one.
True, but what about the other side? There's probably a lot of benefits. You avoid any, STD or stuff like that from not fucking with other people.
Keep going.
Are
you getting nervous by me?
Nah.
You getting turned on?
This guy trying to flex over here. Hold on.
No one's flexing. You just getting distracted.
Hold on. Nah.
This guy is a clown.
Since you want to pull out the chain.
Your head is way too big. You have to unlink it. Oh, wow.
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
That's how to squeeze that through. All your might.
Sorry. Sorry, I got a lot of hair. Some people don't.
Yeah, just stare at the camera.
Some people don't. That's why they hide.
That won't be there.
That's why they hide it under their hats. Take the hat off that and show that bald spot.
What?
Exactly. So back to what I was saying is, I think the benefits would be like, you avoid any diseases or shit like that from other people. You cut out a lot of drama from your life because fucking around, living that single life. Honestly, I don't think for someone who's been doing it for so long, I don't think that's for everybody, living that single life. You got to be like very in tune with yourself.
Very patient, bro.
Very patient too.
You literally,
and you got to ride those high and low waves. Like, there's going to be good times, but there's going to be a lot of bad, like slow times where it's just you. You got to be comfortable with yourself.
That's a fact too. You've been enjoying yourself for a long time now, right?
I could be the role model, or not the role model, the figurehead of solitude. That's going to be my new nickname, the figurehead of solitude. See how that
sounds like a fucking, nah. That sounds, no.
That sounds dope.
Nah.
That sounds unique.
Like, no. The figurehead of solitude?
For someone who's in a relationship, and from outside looking in, it looks like love. I think I even actually kind of heard you say the word love, those 3 words, to her.
Well, whenever you're in a relationship, in my sake, I always love the person who I'm with currently. It's never like I'm half-assing it, or I have 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
I told you.
It's always, nigga, you never been in a relationship. How did you teach me? It's always loving that person for who that person is. So of course, I love that person for now and at the moment I'm in right now. The future is the future. I don't know what the future holds with me and that person, but let's hope for the best. I'm always positive about that, me and that relationship that I'm holding, in the moment. So I never disregard, the person that I'm in the relationship. Or looking elsewhere. I'm not looking for someone else. I'm not trying to cheat. I'm not trying to. Nah, I give that person my respect, and I hope they do the same.
This nigga trying to win the best boyfriend award so hard.
Nah, I'm literally trying to just talk what I talk. Like,
it's like if you were asking, you like asking an NBA star, LeBron, on ESPN, like, how'd you feel about the game? So, defense was very good. They held us tight, but we had some good competitors on both sides. Nigga, we want to hear the real answer.
That's the real answer. There's nothing. That's the real answer, bro. There's nothing that's really like holding me back. A relationship is supposed to be, you should be loving that other person. If not, then why you in a relationship?
All right. So we leave it at that. I just had to test the waters, see if your shit held truth. This is the longest one, right?
Yeah, it's been a year. It's funny how you're counting my relationships and you have none to count for.
I count my bodies.
Yeah, it looks exactly. Now we know where your mindset's at. Still immaturity.
No, I'm joking. But
yo, I saw a video yesterday, and it was with one of the Instagram people, the comedy Instagram people, who were talking about, like, in 2019, I don't care if I don't care about the amount of bodies you've been with. I care about the amount of neck bodies you caught. And how many times you gave like somebody neck, like as a woman.
Oh, okay.
He said that's the question. Like,
yeah, that's
how
scary.
many neck bodies did you get? I don't care about the bodies. Okay, you had fun. We don't care about that. Whatever. But how many? Basically,
yeah. Nah, I mean, that's a good point. I don't want to hear about either one of them. Like, that's only gonna get me thinking, and then I'm thinking about the people you were with prior instead of what's in front of me. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. The only thing I would want to hear is how many of my boys have you smashed, or my close friends? Because I can't be walking around like with this girl thinking like she's just for me, but you've been with her. Yeah. This nigga's been with her. The kid downstairs has been with her. Yeah. And nah, that's just a bad look for me.
A bad look for you. A bad look. Damn.
Especially if I'm close with them, like, with the guy friends, they're gonna look at me like, like an idiot.
But like, yeah, I was already in that, bro. Nah, but yeah, that's a better point. Like, I feel like I would want to know, like, the friend count. Like, how many of my friends did you smash? Like, more than the neck count. Because, that person could be, when they smash them, they could give them neck too. Mm-hmm. So, like, what? Like, a neck body count? I feel like the woman would have more neck counts than body counts. Because that's easily, like, I think a girl would be more inclined to give head instead of sex.
Really? That's more intimate, though.
Head?
Yeah, because, like, that's more. It's not like there's any protection. You're not wearing no mouth condoms, You're just going down there. So I think that's way more intimate. That's super intimate.
A mouth condom, you dickhead.
Nah, I mean, yo.
Imagine.
There's probably shit out there, bro. There's
not
some
a
European,
mouth condom,
there's
bro.
probably some
not
European
a mouth
type
condom.
Shit out
Just
there, right?
Imagine like a face mask, but for your mouth.
It's probably some shit
There's
out
nothing out there for that, bro. That would look stupid, and no one would enjoy that.
Bro, it's out there.
Be rubber. You be feeling rubber, and
I mean, there's people that give blowjobs with condoms on.
Yeah, no,
I've heard stories about that, but
I never. Have you ever received the head by a condom? I mean, what am I saying?
No, head by the condom. The condom was like, "Yo, what up?
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend?"
But have you gotten head with your condom on?
Nah, that sounds weird to me. That's super, 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 super like, sanitary, like for someone who's thinking that way. But nah,
that's hella OCD.
Exactly. Nah, that's too much. Even if someone was even going to offer that, I think right there I would lose all feelings. Not feelings, but I would just not be into it. The mood would be shot. I would just be like, this person's a weirdo. Let me get the fuck out of here now while I'm alive. Nah. Has there ever
Slow it down. I
been-
just dissed you.
Has there ever been a time where you no, has there ever been anything you didn't want to hear in the bedroom?
A lot.
Like what?
Like you walking by.
Word?
Yeah.
That's what you think about when you in there?
Nah,
Like,
like,
oh, shit,
you
can
right
he-
there, nigga. Like what?
I'm all.
Like I wouldn't want
I
you.
got music playing.
Nah, not all the time.
Wait, what? So you listening for the outside
I don't want to be
background?
too loud and where you can hear me having sex.
I'm not the
with
only one in
someone.
that house.
Yeah, you are.
The fuck?
No one's in the house
There's
but
4
you
people
today.
that live here.
Today
Oh,
and this prior week.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, nah, keep that shit to a hush. I don't want to
But,
hear anything either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like
There's a lot of things
see,
I don't
but
want to hear.
is that because you're in a relationship and we would see that person again?
No, it's just like to being respectful of that other person who's in the house.
Oh, that's true.
That's not my house. But sometimes I don't give a fuck. But
Nah, we don't hear nothing from you. That means you either shooting blanks or the strokes are weak, my guy.
yeah, nice joke.
Strokes a weak stroke over here. When I'm
Nice
in my
joke.
bedroom, I'm just bringing somebody a miet.
You really can't speak, my dude.
Yeah, I finished school.
You can't really.
I don't
yeah,
care
really.
what's going on outside that door. Whatever's going on in here is my main focus. If we at a level 10 in volume, I hope you guys got headphones on. I hope you're in your rooms. I hope you're watching TV.
What just happened this past week? I want to tell you something about.
The R. Kelly shit, that's been all over the...
Oh, you actually watched it?
Yeah, but...
So tell
you
me,
want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Because I didn't watch it, and I didn't have the HBO, the account to go into it. And I was asking Gio. I didn't know
You
to
should've-
ask
nah,
you.
it was being aired live. If that makes sense. Yeah. It was like, like...
Yeah, but what,
television.
on what
So
channel?
you can only watch it... I forget what
On
channel.
HBO at that
I
time?
think so, yeah, exactly. Like, it was going on based off of, like, a television schedule. Like, it was coming on at 8. New episodes coming at 9. So, if you weren't watching it at then. But, all right, so I guess if we're going to go into it. To tell you about it, one, let me just throw the disclaimer that I wouldn't consider myself an R. Kelly fan. One, he was before my time. And two, after watching that documentary, I was just like, damn, this guy's sick. It just goes into the events of him, hooking up with these underage girls. One of them was like as young as 14, and they were all young, and he just had this addiction of just being with young women. He went to trial, and I don't know how, but he was found not guilty. After all this shit, people know about it. It's been out there. Not guilty. So he walks away. No damage.
Damn.
I mean, there's a damage because now
damage to
his reputation is...
not only to the reputation, but like to the reputation. No, to the women who were involved. Almost damaged there. Like, how they gonna grow up? How they grew up? Being like at the age of like what, 14, 15, having sex with a 30-year-old, late 20-year-old.
Yeah, I mean,
That's insane.
and there's a lot of details that I'm missing because it's a lot. It's like a whole, you're talking about a whole,
documentary.
hour, 2-hour documentary.
You crying
But
right now?
No, I was just yawning. But
Nigga, there's tears in your eyes.
what I was gonna say, there's cases like, the guy's wrong off the bat. But there was cases where the allegations were already out, right? And you would still have parents and, older cousins or whatever introduce their kid, their younger sister, younger daughter to the guy. Or there was an instance where he was there was this family that went out for the dad's birthday, and they went to the R. Kelly concert, some concert that he was having. Boom. The whole family's out there. They're in the first front rows, first 2 rows or whatever. R. Kelly's performing and shit, and he picks out the daughter from the crowd. He's just like engaging with her, singing with her, brings her on the stage, has a moment with her and shit like that, and sends her to the back of the stage or whatever to wait for him. So when she's back there, the family also gets entrance or clearance to go back there as well. And from what I can remember, she tells him how she's interested in singing and has, she has this passion for singing and being in that industry. So they exchange, or he gives her like an email, whatever, some contact information. They exchange it. Boom. They start texting, talking. Boom. Right there off the bat, if I'm the parent and these allegations are out there, I feel like I would have been like, the fuck? No, this nigga's not giving. You're not texting him.
Mm-hmm.
Dub that. But that's not what happened.
When you look at it,
cases.
The guy has the power.
He does
because he is famous and he's built up a singing career. He has a lot of money, and whoever he pulls, that's connections that other person's thinking about. Like, oh, he could connect me to this person. He could give me this opportunity. He could allow me to, succeed in my dreams. So it's not wrong for the girl to think like that.
Not the girl, the parents. From the girl's perspective, that's like an idol. Like if any one of these people were to like, yo, come into my trailer, let's hang out. I probably would be like, oh shit. I'm in there.
Yeah,
the fuck.
Facts.
But from a parent's perspective, that's your little daughter, that's your seed, and these allegations were out there. Like you were hearing about this. All this stuff that they put in the documentary wasn't new. This was all old shit just coming to the surface.
But
that should have been alarming. Like
it should have, but it's also allegations.
That's true too.
It's until you're proven guilty where people are like, oh shit, let me react. Yeah. So, I mean,
I think the biggest blame after
is
watching
him.
it is him. He's at the forefront. But if you watch it, there's a lot of things where he got a lot of help. There were a lot of times where he could have got like executed and stuff like that. And, these charges he would have been convicted on stuff like that. But he kind of like maneuvered and finessed his way through the system through the help that he had. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't remember the details and shit like that. He just got a lot of help. There were people in the radio stations still playing his music. There were a lot of people that knew about, even when he had the girls trapped in his mansion or in their rooms. A lot of people that knew about that shit but weren't speaking. It was more like I didn't see anything, I don't know nothing type of thing. But
I mean, let's stepping out of it and looking at it from afar and not bashing. I mean, everybody's bashing R. Kelly because this whole documentary was to bash R. Kelly. But looking at it from the other perspective, why R. Kelly, what led R. Kelly to do something like this to young ladies, to young women, is under, like, you can't even, is a question that I have. Like, what makes a man do something like that to younger women, understanding that he's older and more wiser,
that's a lot
Years.
That's a lot of years.
Than these young women.
One of the girls was like 14, 15.
Yeah, imagine just
30.
like, that's crazy. The only thing I can think of is he could have been abused, raped, molested as a young child and thought it was okay, and enjoyed it. And
I've heard about it.
And maybe that's one of his pleasures and as he grew up.
I've heard that could have been the case. And I've heard people speak out and say that, they feel sorry if that was the case, that he had to go through something like that. At the end of the day, I feel like even if you're molested, you shouldn't be, it's not right to then take that pain and, make others go through the same thing.
Yeah, but that's true, but I feel like it's the same thing with like, like with any other issue, like if that's
Hurt
the
people,
only
hurt people.
not only hurt people, but like if that's the only thing you know, and if that's something that was done to you and that's the only thing that you know of, then how can you understand the right, like what I'm trying to say is that if someone was to do that to you and that was seemed okay, right? That was looked at as like an okay thing to do, a good thing to do, because there was no punishment from it, then how can you understand the right thing to do when that's the only thing you know, of being like touched inappropriately by older women? If let's say he was molested when he was younger,
I don't know who he got molested, if that's
right?
true. But
Like
I feel like you can't change how you feel, but you can always, always, always change how you act, or control how you act. So if he felt a type of way, if he felt sad that he got molested and he was feeling pain and agony and all that stuff, that same feelings that he felt, why would he want the better question would be, why would he want another person to feel that way instead of now switching that? If I was getting bullied by people, why would I want another person to go through what I've been through?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something so nasty and just like outright disgusting like that. Like, imagine 30. Like, I couldn't even. There's people when a girl